Takes and Talks.
Hello and welcome to this infotaining and musical episode of Takes and Talks, achieving excellence in science and songs with equal elan, presented to you by Cinema for a Cause. Friends, our today's guest is multi-hyphenated in terms of pursuing her professional career and passion with equal success. A very busy researcher on cancer immunotherapy and autoimmune diseases. This 36-year-old scientist's soul lies in music. Her voice has already enthralled many music lovers across India and in several parts of Europe and USA. So, to have a great Sunday, let's welcome our today's guest, Irene Sarkar from the city of Utrecht, the Netherlands.
Hi, Shomishta. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Hi. Till now, I'm the only person who is seeing you.
Okay.
No, already some viewers have already joined us. So, how are
That's
you?
good to hear. I'm good. Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. I'm very, very happy to be a part of this great endeavor, I have to say. Super excited and looking forward to spending an amazing evening with you and everyone else. And of course, my very own Abhishek Da, who will join soon, I'm sure. So, very, very excited.
Even we are excited to have you. And I must say, you're looking gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What's the time, dear? And how is the weather today?
It's 4:30 here in the afternoon, and it's very, very
Mhm.
sunny today, as you can see. A bit more light behind me than we would have wanted,
Mhm.
probably.
Yeah,
It's
I can
quite
see a
hot.
bit of greenery. I can see a bit of greenery behind
Yes,
you.
yes, it's quite an old city, Utrecht. It's about 30 minutes from Amsterdam.
Okay,
And it's a very old city, but there's a lot of trees and a lot of parks and a lot of greenery around. So
great.
they really try to, they're very environmentally conscious. So
That's
it's a
great.
city full of these canals. All of you have seen pictures of Amsterdam with these canals. So Utrecht is just
Yes.
like that, with fairy lights
Okay.
along the canals and boat rides. It's beautiful and romantic, and it's very hot now. So it's like proper summer
Okay.
now here. We would expect it to
Mhm.
start being winter, but it's not. So we are lucky, I guess. The sun is up and quite warm.
Okay. So I just hope that we will have a great evening. It's evening here. So we'll have a
Yes,
great evening with you today. So
absolutely. I'm really
uh,
looking forward to it.
we are looking forward to it. So next, I would like to welcome the very backbone of our cinema for a cause and the ideator and moderator of our Takes and Talk series, none other than Mr. Abhishek Ganguly. Hello, Mr. Ganguly. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Shobishta. And it's lovely to see Irene shining brightly with the bright sunlight as a backlight and
Yes.
And a bit
a
of
lesser
greenery.
strong
And a
light
bit
from
of
the sun.
greenery.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I can see a lot of
Hmm.
greenery at her back, and I can understand the canals are flowing all over, all
Yes,
besides
it's
her
beautiful.
residence now.
You guys
Must be
should
a
come over.
very
Always welcome to my place here.
it must be a very picturesque city, small city Utrecht, as I could hear Irene saying, and it
Yes,
should
Hmm.
be very, very beautiful.
it's an old
So the
city, but
beauty,
yes,
so the
very
beauty
beautiful.
in Irene has got its setting in a very beautiful setup, it seems.
That is really sweet of you. I'm so happy to be here and I'm so excited to meet you. Like, we are in touch for so many years, but this is very special,
Absolutely.
talking online and you getting to know more about my work. So it's a very special, because those of you who know me know that I don't do a lot of live shows. It's like very few live shows that I've done. And so this one is super special for me. So thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Yes,
Irene.
sure, Mr.
So, before we proceed, as I always say, Takes and Talks is your very own show. So, dear viewers, please participate in the show by sending us your comments, your reactions, your feedback, and please do not forget to send your questions to Irene, which will be duly answered by her towards the end of the show. Now, over to you, Mr. Ganguly.
Thank you, Shormishta. Thanks a lot for that wonderful initiation into the show. Uh, Irene, I have always been your fan. We have worked together in numerous instances, but I have really been mesmerized by first of all, the best part of you is your behavior. You're so sweet natured and so approachable. You're quite a star, but still, we know that if we ring up Irene, she will always, pick up the call and say, hello, how are you, and all that. So that warmth which you exhibit and exude is really very inspiring. But I have always wondered, what is the meaning of Irene? Why are you named Irene? What is the connection? So if you can just tell the viewers, I'm sure everyone is, they are also curious to know exactly why were you named Irene? What is there?
Firstly, thank you for your very, very kind words. Means a lot to me. Secondly, well, I don't exactly know why I was named Irene, but I'm thankful to my parents that they named me Irene because I also really like my name, I have to say. So Irene is the Greek goddess of peace. So that's
Okay.
what you will find if you search in Google. Irene means it's the Greek goddess of peace. It is quite an uncommon name in India, obviously. But in Europe, they also have Irene, and it's so nice to see that across cultures, across countries, they have similar sounding words, but they call me a bit differently. So many people here call me Irena. So they
Irene.
call my name Irena, but I call myself Irene. I have heard a lot of other pronunciations of my name, especially in India, people trying to pronounce my name. I'm thankful to my parents that they called me Irene, and this is what it means. But I don't know why exactly they. So I don't know if there's a direct connection to anything, but I like my name, and thank you for your compliments.
I also do like Irene and maybe Irina also. Both the names sound very different. Like as rightly they have named you. It's very uncommon in India. I am yet to hear someone as Irene. Like especially in the showbiz field. But
Yeah,
you
I
are
don't
that
think
way very, 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 very
unique.
unique, I must say.
But
And the
in my
credit goes
batch
to your parents.
in
Yeah.
school, there was another Irene. So apart from her,
Oh, is
I
it?
don't know anyone else. Yes, it was a very strange coincidence. So we were two Irenes in
Okay.
our school. But other than that, I have not heard of anyone Irene in India, at least till now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Another thing which was a revelation also, I came to know your age. You look so young. You look 25. So when Shormista told us your actual age, I was a bit startled. You can't be that, like, well, it's not old, but still
Well, I
nearing
never hide
40.
my age.
But still, yes, yes. But you really don't look your age. You are ever young. Uh, you are like the goddess who is ever green and ever making peace. So that you are blessed with that kind of look. So you have to keep this glowing, and it has to be like this always. Irene, who will never grow old. So you have to be ageless. You
Well,
have to be ageless.
I hope my music is that. Our bodies are just, what we wear outside our soul. And my soul lies in my music. So I hope that my music reaches other people and that lives forever. Of course, we all grow old. And I think aging is also a very, it makes us wise, it makes us more experienced. But yes, I get this a lot. I've been asked till now, in many shops I'm asked for my age proof for liquor when I go to buy liquor, and they're surprised to hear that I'm 36. I think it runs a bit in my family also because I've heard the same thing happening to my mother and my grandma. So I think it's from my mother's side that I get this genetics probably.
So
And
you are genetically endowed. This
well,
agelessness
yes,
is very much genetic. Yes,
in a
yes.
lot of ways I
Fantastic.
feel blessed that I am a member of my family. So yes, I think it's that. And of course, I really feel that if you try, because of course life happens and then many things go right, like wrong in all of our lives, but if you try to keep that innocence inside you, I think that also reflects a bit on your face and your behavior. So I have always tried that. I mean, honestly speaking, I've tried to be a child. I mean, that's the best thing. I mean, we were happiest when we were children, right?
Absolutely. So we have the child Irene always, like coming out whenever you talk, whenever you smile. The child in you really, tells us, okay, here I am. That's it. Fantastic. Now, Irene, but you are in a very deep field, a field of science, where you're doing a lot of research on cancer immunology, which is something which is really deep, in-depth research is required. So, if you are given a choice between science and music, where will your heart lie?
Huh. This is it's a tough question and it's an easy one. Because all my life I've seen science and music go hand in hand, because my mother, Dr. Tanya Das, she's also watching the show. She's also a scientist, and in fact, she's also a cancer biologist. So I've seen always that you can do both. And like for me, I have never been asked to give up a show or to give up practicing like riwaz. I have never been asked to stop doing riwaz because of any exam that I have or something in my school or college. So I've grown up with both. But absolutely honestly, if you ask me from the core of my heart, if I don't want to choose between the two, but if I have to choose, then I will choose music, because that's something which I say that is the first maybe 1000 loves of my life, if I can put it like that.
Okay.
So it's above everything and everyone. I can go to a great extent to follow my pursue music, so that I will of course choose. But as I'm growing, not older probably, I am not sure how to put it, but
Mature,
with
mature.
yes.
Yes.
So I think the science also is becoming a very, very important part of my life, because the more you do these kind of research and see how it helps people and what kind of amazing discoveries and inventions are going on in this field. So now, I mean, I know more and appreciate more that we cannot live without science. It's everything is about science around us. So now, if given a choice, I would not go back to only music, which I was doing, in fact, in India last few years before I left. So given a choice, I will do both. But if I have to choose, then it will definitely be music. But I hope I don't have to choose.
And Irene, you will be very happy to know there is a lot of science in music also. Music really,
Yes.
kind of, because when you are practicing music, there are a lot of hormone secretions in your body, brain, everywhere, which really
Yes.
helps you to overcome stress. That's why music
Yes.
therapy is used. Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yes.
Yes. Ultimately,
And as
music
you
is
said,
physics. It's a science.
it
It's
takes you on a
vibrations. It's
high. It takes you
exactly.
on a high also. Yes. So
Exactly.
that's very,
Absolutely. I think music gives
huh?
me the greatest high possible. I mean, I live in Netherlands, where a lot of things are legal, as you know. But I think like if I have music, I say this to everyone, that just be in music. I mean, that's all that you need to do anything in life. So yeah,
that's the trip which you need.
yes, yes,
Yes, yes.
exactly.
Now, like I was going through your resume. Our research team gave me, exactly what all are you doing scientifically. So just tell us in a nutshell exactly cancer immunology, to a simple man or a woman, what is it? What's your exact, scope of work and exact area of research?
Well, now thanks to Corona, everyone knows what immunology is and what the immune system is. So the immune system is our body's defense system. So it has various cells. All of you know that our body is made up of cells. And so the immune system has cells which help to fight against various diseases. Diseases like different germs, bacteria, virus. These are always attacking us. And it's because of the cells of our immune system that we are saved from these diseases. So, of course, these immune cells in our body, they also try to attack the cancer cells when the cancer cells start growing in anyone's body. And they start killing the cancer cells. However, the cancer cells gradually start becoming more powerful. And at some point of time, they might become more powerful so that they can escape the killing of the immune cells, killing by the immune cells. And then the disease sets in as we know it to be, how we know that cancer is a very, very leading cause of death worldwide. In fact, in 2020, there were 10 million cancer deaths all over the world, according to WHO. And then in US, according to the CDC, I think there are around 18 million new cases, and is the second major cause of death after cardiovascular diseases. So it's a very, very serious and grave disease. So what cancer immunotherapy tries to do is it uses our immune system, which is naturally tuned to be able to fight, and it tries to make our immune system more powerful. So it tries to boost our immune system in different ways so that the immune system can again be more effective in killing the cancer cells. So that is basically what a cancer immunotherapy is. So using our immune system against the cancer cells to be able to kill it. And it was started, the concept started in the late 1800s, and now it's quite frequent, especially in the Western world. A lot of immunotherapy is happening. So this is my field now. I was working in Kolkata in Bose Institute before I left for my PhD. My PhD was a bit different. It was on autoimmune diseases, but now I work in a Dutch company. It's a biotech company where we are working on cancer immunotherapy. So basically, we are using cells, immune cells, and trying to see which cells are better in killing the cancer cells. So we have different kinds of experiments. We have different instruments which are patented from our company, which helps us to understand which cells are most effective in killing the cancer cells. So these are most often genetically engineered cells. And so we screen these cells to see which are the best candidates, for example, for a clinical trial, which is quite a common thing and a hot topic here now, clinical trials in cancer immunotherapy. So I tried to explain that very.
Yeah, I understand. It's a very wide area of work, but it is something which is very, very important in today's living because cancer deaths are
Yes,
really rising up everywhere. And
yes,
it's a scare,
absolutely.
so obviously if our own immune system becomes the protector, it obviously helps. You are not you don't have to resort to a lot of medical drugs and like different other protective measures. If your system,
Exactly.
if your body itself can protect you from cancer or those cancerous cells, it's the best choice, isn't it? So you're
Exactly. We
working on
know
that.
that. Yes, we know that. I'm sure all of you know about chemotherapy, where drugs are used, chemicals
Yes,
are used to
correct,
kill the cancer
correct.
cells, but that also affects the other living cells of our body, our healthy cells. So, if we can try to reduce that and also to increase our immunotherapeutic ways of killing cancer, that would be most ideal. Nowadays, chemotherapy is combined with immunotherapy. A lot of good results are we are getting a lot of good results in immunotherapy, but also there are side effects. So a lot of research still needs to be done, and it's also about a lot of money. So these are not easy things to get hand of. I mean, in India, it's not that common at all yet, unfortunately. Very few places, I think, are offering modern immunotherapeutic methods of curing cancer. So yeah, it's a very serious and very important topic, I feel, to work in. I'm very privileged that I can work on this.
Great work, Irene, you're doing, and India needs people like you. So, Dr. Irene, maybe later on in the latter part of your life, you have to come back and do some seva in India also. We have lots
My
of
heart
cases.
lies in India. My heart lies in India. I
Correct,
want to go
correct,
back any day that I can.
correct, correct. Now, let's go to the other high of your life, which is music. You started very, very early, if I remember, because when I worked with you, you were a teenager at that time, in your late teens, when you sung for my films and all that. So, tell me exactly how did your musical journey start and who were your inspiration and gurus?
I can say that I was born into music because my family from my mother's side is very culturally rich. So my mother's great grandfather is Dr. Nilmadhu Bhaldar, who was the family physician of the Tagore family.
Okay.
So it started, yeah. So it started from there, and like I'm not exaggerating a bit when I say that all my family members from my mother's side can sing. And not only just sing, but they're very good at it. Obviously, not everyone is doing it professionally, but it's in our blood, I feel. So, my grandmother, my mother, of course, you know that she's also a singer, apart from being a scientist. Then, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, I'm telling you, everyone can sing. So, I think I was born into music. My mother, her students used to come every Saturday, so we have a group of people together doing music, Anunto. The name of the group is Anunto. I used to wait for that Saturday throughout the week because that was the best day for me when everyone used to come and do music together. So I think that's how it started. And I mean, I don't remember when I did not sing or when I was not into music. It's in my blood.
So this is the Mamar Bari side. What about the Baper Bari side? Like, were they good listeners? Your mother went on singing, you were singing. So did you have your
Yes.
father and the fathers and the other uncles listening to you at least?
I think yes, they played a very complementary role. So on one side, we were like
Yes,
always
yes.
performing, and there was a lot of support from my father and the rest of our family, and my uncle also who stays with us. So we have received a lot of family support, and now also my husband is supporting me a big deal because here we are alone, so everything is on us,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
It's really we are very very lucky and privileged to have these men in our lives who support us through everything. Yes, our uncles, aunts, everyone from my father's side, they're present in all the shows, they're following all my music, so that's really nice. And about my mentors, you were asking about my gurus. So you
Correct.
can imagine that my mother was my first music teacher. So I learned Rabindra Sangeet always from when I was a child from her. Then I learned classical music for many years from Sri Malhar Bose. All of you know about him. He loved me like a daughter. I was privileged extremely to be his student. Then I also did my course in Gitobitan, the complete course in Rabindra Sangeet from Gitobitan. Then I learned Bengali, modern Bengali songs from the very eminent singer Sri Jotileshwar Mukhopadhyay, Jotil Jethu. And of course, also Adhunik songs and Puratoni songs from Chandraboli Rudradatto, Srimati Chandraboli Rudradatto, Chandraboli Mashi. So I've received so much love from these people. So I never call them sir or ma'am. It's like Mashi, Mamu, Jethu, like that, because they're also my mothers. You know, through my mother, I know them from a young age also. And then finally, Partho Sharotida, of Ekologbo. So from him, I learned a more modern, like through a voice, than Bollywood songs, more modernish, more training in modern kind of Hindi music mostly. So I think I'm not forgetting anyone. So I've been really lucky that I've received so much from these very eminent people. And also another person I must mention, he's not directly my teacher, but Shomitra Ray, Shomu uncle of Bhumi. So all of you know that we had a band together, Rubio Nobin. So I really learned a great lot from him about performing on stage. So I tell everyone that he's my godfather or my mentor. So I think, yeah, that completes the list of people. I mean, you're always learning every day from everyone. I'm also learning from my students. But yeah, these are the people I would definitely like to mention if you are asking me about my inspirations or my teachers. Yes.
So you have been lucky with your Mashis, Jethus, Kakus, as you
Yes.
said.
Extremely lucky. Like still today, the amount of love that I receive from them, it's unthinkable. I really feel like I'm really blessed in this life to receive so much love, and I really mean it. I'm very lucky.
Irene, you have always spoken about the great friends you had, and you composed a fantastic song, composed and sung on the Friendship Day, which was a collaboration. So, can we just hear maybe a snippet of that? You know, we are all friends and we are celebrating friendship all over the world. So, at
Yes, of
this
course.
CCR, our friendship has crossed all geographical barriers, and right from Kolkata, we are now communicating in Utrecht, which is so many
Yes,
thousand miles away. Yeah, so
that
it's
is
that way.
true.
So let us hear maybe a one paragraph from that the Friendship Day song, which was fantastic and it really was on the top of the charts, creating sensations everywhere. Irene
Thank
singing
you, thank you.
that special Friendship Day song, a part of it. Please, Irene.
Yes, of course. So this was a project between the person who wrote it was in Pune. Then I was singing from here. One of my other friend, come sister, Jessica, she also was another co-artist with me in this song from Kolkata. And the person who was into music direction is also from Kolkata. So it's really like different parts of different cities, different countries. This one is very special. It reminds us of our childhood. I'm just singing a part of it. দুজনে স্কুলের গেটে এক ছুটে কলেজ কেটে বৃষ্টি মিছিলে হারাই পাড়ার ওই নাচের ক্লাসে পুজোর ওই ডাকের সাজে ছিলাম আমি তুই ছিলি তাই বন্ধু ছাড়া মন একলা বড় একলা লাগে বন্ধু তোকে না হারাই না বন্ধু তোকে না হারাই জীবনে কত বাহানায় কত কি পাওয়ারই আশায় হারিয়েছি সবই একটার পর একটা শুধু বন্ধু তোকে না হারাই আহা বন্ধু তোকে না হারাই জীবনে কত বাহানায় কত কি পাওয়ারই আশায় হারিয়েছি সবই একটার পর একটা শুধু বন্ধু তোকে না হারাই আহা বন্ধু তোকে না হারাই না বন্ধু তোকে না হারাই
বিউটিফুল বন্ধু তোকে না হারাই সত্যি মানে আমরা বন্ধুদের ছাড়া কিভাবে যে জীবন চালাবো সেটা
একদম
আমরা সত্যি নিজেদের প্রশ্ন করি
একদম
this part
especially
had
in
to be
times
said
of
in
this pandemic. Sorry.
Yes, yes, absolutely. No, this part had to be said in Bengali because to get the real essence of the lyrics, such a beautiful song. Who has penned this? Who wrote it?
Yes, so he's one of like we are all like one big group, I would say. We have known each other for years. His name is Orko Banerjee. You may have heard his
Okay.
songs. He's like really very talented himself. He really sings well and writes amazing Bengali lyrics. So me and Jessica, we have started collaborating on like we are starting to do this Friendship Day project each year, because we both
Okay.
think that friendship is really vital for us to survive. Especially the pandemic has proved that. So then we approached him that because we really liked his songs, and I have known him for many years now. And then he wrote down this amazing piece for us, and then Ranodeep Manu, he did the music direction. Me and Jessica, we sang it. It's a very special song, and I think this crossed 12,000 viewers on YouTube.
Lovely, lovely. Bondhu toke na harai. Fantastic.
Yes.
And Irene, we know about your accomplishments singing Robindra Sangeet also. You're specially trained. So maybe can we hear one paragraph of Robi Thakur's songs, which really inspires you?
It's tough to say which song does not inspire me when it's Tagore's songs.
I know.
So it's yeah. So I cannot really choose. I mean, there are so many songs which I love if it comes to Tagore songs. But this song, it also depends a bit on your mood, right? What mood you're in, so that also affects. But I will sing just a bit of a very popular song. It's a love song, but I've always loved singing it. So I think I can just sing a few lines of that song for everyone today. Hmm. প্রেমেরও জোয়ারে ভাসাবে দোহারে বাঁধনো খুলে দাও 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 ভুলিব ভাবনা পিছনে যাব না পাল তুলে দাও 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 প্রেমেরও জোয়ারে ভাসাবে দোহারে বাঁধনো খুলে দাও 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 ভুলিব ভাবনা পিছনে যাব না পাল তুলে দাও 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 প্রবল পবনে তরঙ্গ তুলিল হৃদয় দুলিল 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 পাগল হেরাবে ভোলা দেখবি দেখ পাল তুলে দাও 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 প্রেমের জোয়ারে ভাসাবে দোহারে বাঁধনো খুলে দাও 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 ভুলিব ভাবনা পিছনে যাব না পাল তুলে দাও 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 পাল তুলে দাও 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 পাল তুলে দাও 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 দাও
Beautiful, Irene, beautiful, and especially in the setting where you are. As you said, you have canals all near your house. পাল তুলে দিয়ে বেরিয়ে যাওয়াটাই তো মনের সত্যি
একদম
চিত্তটাকে চঞ্চল করে তোলে।
একদম
হ্যাঁ,
এখন
so you
অ্যাকচুয়ালি সামারে সবাই তাই করছে এখানে there's a lot of boating going on and most people here have personal boats and they go out on these
I was
canals
going to
during
ask
the
you,
evening.
have you bought a boat or it's still to be purchased? Not yet.
No, not yet. I will first have to take a training, of course. In my office, we have a boat,
Okay.
and so they offer
Okay.
training. So I really want to learn. It's like a life skill here. So it will be very
I know.
interesting to learn. Yes, but no, not
I
yet.
know. I know. I know. See, we are very mesmerized by all your qualities. You are a fantastic scientist. You're a very in-depth researcher. You are a very honest performer, which we can see from your body language. Your face tells about that honesty. It comes from within. It's not cosmetic, it's totally from within. But
Thank you.
let me now ask you a question which is difficult. What is the difficult part of Irene? The one which the fans don't know, like if you do a self audit of your personality, is there a difficult side too? The ones who know you maybe your mother, your husband would be able to answer that, but the fans don't know about it. So let us ask you that question. What is the difficult Irene all about?
Yeah, I will be honest. Of course, I think my family knows it the best. I am a very moody person. So I have a lot of mood swings, and I also sometimes go into this phase of depression. And like a lot of talk has been going on about our mental health of late during the pandemic, and I
Absolutely.
personally feel that it's a very, very important thing to talk about. So on these days, I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like anyone loves me, and no matter what you say, what you do, you cannot make me feel better. And then it goes away again. So I think that is something I struggle a bit with, my mood swings or my mood. I'm not saying it's a huge problem, which is not. Most often it's and maybe we are musicians, right? This is a part of our lives. I think we are a bit more emotional, and I feel that I'm a bit more sensitive than what the world permits nowadays, if you know what I mean. So sometimes things hurt me more, and I get more affected. But if even if I feel that that's a difficult side of me, it's difficult for my family to handle it sometimes. But I feel like I'll not let go of it because this makes me human. I mean, being sensitive is what we are supposed to be. So I'm in a way proud of who I am for this also. But I think it's a difficult part of my life, which I need to, keep in check.
Absolutely. And mental health is of true concern. And I'm sure, Irene, you as a researcher, as a scientist and a performer, you would also do your bit to elevate mental health for everyone. Through your music, you are helping so many to conquer their lows. As you said, you suffer from days which are low, days when you feel that no one loves you, likes you. So music really, lets you get out of those lows and really lets you,
Yes,
sail off. পাল খুলে দিয়ে বেরিয়ে যাওয়া সেই কিন্তু শক্তি দেয় music. And
absolutely.
that's what happens.
100%.
And I'm sure music has helped you therapeutically in such lows also.
Yes, absolutely. I have, many of you know that I've had faced a very bad phase of my life a few years back. And so those of you who know me personally would know me. And then if I didn't have music, I would not have survived, I think. So
I
music
agree.
is like, as I was saying, it's the love of my life. It has helped me to like survive very, very tough. We all have tough phases in life, right? And there's nothing to hide about them.
Absolutely.
It makes you who you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
I think music has been my greatest companion, apart from my family, of course, and it's highly therapeutic. I mean, if anyone is suffering from any kind of problem, especially during the pandemic, I would say just do whatever you make, whatever makes you happy, but definitely listen to a lot of good music. That really takes your mind off other things. So it's really very therapeutic. Works for me all the time.
Yeah. And for the audience, Irene's husband is a fantastic photographer. He dabbles in street photography. He shoots weird things. That's what, Irene told me during the rehearsals. But, apart from that, he shoots, Irene's different moods also. So our creative team has made a very small audiovisual on the different moods captured by, her very, very talented photographer husband. So we will just check out that audiovisual, which gives us flashes and glimpses of Irene in her truest, the beautiful Irene in Europe's different beautiful locations also. So, Shorbishta, if we can just have a small snippet of the audiovisual played back, please. On to the audiovisual on Irene and his husband's fantastic photography.
চেনা চেনা হই সুরে দেব পাড়ি সুদূরে খুলে ফেলবো সব সুরে বাঁধন যাব রঙিন দেশে সেই সীমানার শেষে কোথায় সেই হারানো মন
Takes and Talks takes great pleasure in presenting Irene from Utrecht, Netherlands, in our talk show titled Achieving Excellence in Science and Songs with Equal Elan. As on the 19th of September, Sunday, 8 p.m. onwards Indian Standard Time on the Cinema for a Cause page. Now let us hear what the multifaceted, versatile Irene tells us. I am a scientist and immunologist working on cancer immunotherapy and autoimmune diseases. I did my PhD from Norway and currently living in the Netherlands. In terms of music, I have been singing all my life. Started doing it professionally when I was in college.
কাগজে যা ছিল লেখা সব সামনে হাত বাড়ায়, নারাজে যা ছিল রাখা সব বাড়ছে আশকারায়। যত কান্না মিছে আলোয় ভিজে ডাকছে আকাশ জল, শুধু কাকলে বাজে স্বপ্ন সাজে সব কাগজ ফুলের দল।
I was the lead vocalist of 3 bands, Masiha, Bodhi Root with Hemuda, and Robi or Nobin with Shomitra Uncle. I have performed all across India and different parts of United States of America and Europe. I have numerous albums and playbacks to my credit. Currently in the pandemic situation, I am working on collabs with talented musicians for my YouTube channel.
गया वो जो चुरा के मेरी आँखों से निंदिया ले गया था।
Welcoming the sweet and ever melodious Irene from Netherlands in Takes and Talks, 8 p.m. 19th September Sunday, Cinema for a Cause page. Achieving excellence in science and songs with equal elan. Yes, it's our face-to-face chat time with Irene.
मेरा बिछड़ा यार, मेरा बिछड़ा यार, हर मेरा इंतजार, मेरा बिछड़ा यार, मेरा बिछड़ा यार।
Oh, that
Science
was
and songs, yeah, make her life. And we are with Irene, who was named after the goddess of peace. Fantastic. And Irene, I could understand, maybe you were thinking those so many flashbacks coming, so many projects, so many friends, so many collabs happening. Fantastic.
I mean,
But tell me,
this
Irene,
was such a lovely gift on this Sunday. Thank you for making this amazing collage of so many things that we have done together with so many people. Thank you so, so much. So much. It's a great gift
welcome,
for me.
welcome. It's an honor for Takes and Talks team also. Now tell me, Irene, when we see you in front of the camera, it tells us two things. One is that you are very free, which requires a lot of training. Like generally, I being a film director, I understand that everyone is not as free as Irene is in front of the camera, I say. Second is, now you will get angry on me saying, oh, Vishekda, what are you saying? You are quite in love with yourself. So these two things, people can understand. One is Irene loves to pose. You love to pose. And that's nice, I also love to pose. So there are few people who, really love to be in front of the camera. They love every moment. They love living that camera moment. And you're very lucky to have that street photographer husband, going on capturing each moment of you, and such lovely photographs, which made us make this collage look so beautiful. So am I right on the second one, that you love yourself and you love to pose?
I don't love all parts of me, of course, but yeah, some things about me I really like. And yes,
Okay.
I do love being in front of the camera, especially if it's on stage. That gives me the greatest high, and that I've been missing for the last few years because of the pandemic and because I'm away from Kolkata. Of course, before the pandemic, I was performing in different places in the where I was living, but now that's not happening. So, but in more on stage rather than in front of the camera. But yes, I love being in front of the camera, but I absolutely love being on stage. I think that's the place where I belong. So if I'm there, I don't need to be anywhere else.
Great. Talking to about stage, you were a part and a regular performer of 3 very famous bands. So you had that bandwagon time of yours where you were a part of all these bands. So if you, in a very small nutshell, if you can tell us about your band experience.
Yeah, I think you already told about the 3 bands that I was in. So Masiha, which was the first band where Arjesh, who is now in Bhumi, now playing for Bhumi, Shom Uncle's son, he contacted me first, and we were doing our own music mostly in Hindi. but some in Bengali also. And it was like crazy times, because then we were like really struggling, trying to get shows, contacting people, and like we had a massive amount of fun. And it was a very intense period of my life. We were like jamming whole day, whole night, rehearsing. Then it was a really crazy and fun-filled period of my life. We have also performed in quite a few places with our originals. Then came Robio Nobin, which Shomu uncle, all of you know Soumitra Ray from Bhumi. It was his, he created the band with Robin, Obijitda, and me, and Arjesh, and also our bassist. And there in Robio Nobin, as I said, it was like originals, a lot of Bengali originals, which Shomu uncle was writing and creating, and we were putting tune to it, and then doing it in, we have a lot of, quite a few albums, in fact. And we were also doing covers, different kinds of Bengali covers, from folk to modern, and I learned a lot. We have performed in so many places. I mean, almost every alternate day we would have shows, live shows, recordings, TV, shows, radio talk shows. And we were super busy, and we have also done 2 US tours. I think I've been to 18 or 19 places then with my band Robio Nobin during the pujas. So that was a great experience for me. I've always wanted to travel with my music, and I was always learning so much from Shomu uncle, how to be a good performer. And then was Bodhirut, again a Hindi band with Hemontoda, again of Bhumi. And there we were doing also originals in Hindi again, as well as remixes, covers, and also electronic music, and a lot of all peppy and like a lot of, how can I put it, like it was a roller coaster ride. So like we were performing in colleges in front of thousands of young students, and it was like really crazy. So it was an amazing time that I had with these 3 bands, and we are still everyone like a family. Whenever I go to India, we are like always trying to meet up and like making time for each other, and talking about the old golden times. So definitely that was one of the best times of my life, and I really miss that. I really miss performing with my bands.
As you said that you love your stage moments and your camera moments, do you think that the audience psyche is changing with times? Now we watch music, we want to see music instead of hearing. How has the audience psyche changed?
I think, yeah, definitely that is true. I mean, times are changing all over the world. So yes, music is a lot about also seeing, and not only hearing music nowadays. But I have to admit it's more prominent in our part of the world than in the Western world, because here there's a lot of amazing classical concerts, original songs. Like in every small pub here and there, if you go in, you can hear probably a girl with a ukulele playing original songs. Jazz pubs, blues bars, and like it's really amazing. So of course here also, if you are playing some psychedelic music or death metal or rockish kinds of like band performances, it's really crazy. But also they give a lot of importance to very serious music as well, which I think is a bit lacking in our culture nowadays. It's not absolutely gone, thankfully, but definitely it would be nice to have it back a bit more. But yes, I think in India now it's a lot about performing on stage. Of course, you have to be good. Ultimately, that's what matters. But yes, I think there has been a shift from just being on, like previously we have seen performers just being on stage singing, and then people are like, we loved those kind of musicians. It was the golden era. But yeah, times are changing. I think you're right. There has been a shift.
Correct. A lot of requests are coming, Shormishta is going on texting to me. There's
Okay.
one song which you have which seems to be very popular, Kagoj Phool or Kagocher Phool, something like that.
Yes, you played that song. This song is very special to me, and we are talking about collaborations, right? I think the pandemic has really proved that that is absolutely possible. I mean, different parts, like people in different parts of the world are doing things together now. So in a way, that has been a positive side of the pandemic for me, because I started doing a lot of these collaborations, which initially were not happening before the pandemic, because I moved out of Kolkata. So I would like to mention one of my very close friends, Shamik. this song was actually done by him and one of our other friends, Choyon. So Shamik Kundu, he has been like one of the few friends in the music industry for me, and we started our career almost together with the album. Many of you have heard about it, Priyam Toke. That was my first professional album, and we started. He did a lot of the songs in that album, apart from of course Gautam Kaku. He was also involved in that album. And then over the years, we have been friends. We became friends, and now we are also doing collaborations and putting up songs on YouTube. So this Kagoj Phool, the song that you spoke about and you played also, is very close to our heart. Yes, it's one of the first originals that we did together.
Why don't you perform a part of it? We have just played a snippet of it, so maybe
Okay, I can try. It's something which it's a song I feel which sounds very nice with the music, because the music is so nice. But I can try, of course. Just let me find it. The lyrics. Because the music is a very it takes you to a different zone, and I don't think that's possible without the music. Just give me a minute, I will find it.
Yeah. So we will have Irene performing the unplugged version of Kagoj Phool. Unplugged and without music version. Yeah.
Without music, yes.
Yes. While she's searching for the Kagoj Phool page, viewers, let me tell you that getting onto Irene also was very difficult because she's extremely busy. Shormishta had been trying to get to.
Yes, I have experienced that.
Yes, Shormishta.
Please don't say that.
Irene the inaccessible, I must say.
Oh, that's not true. The problem is...
No, that's because of your busy schedule. That's of course because of your busy schedule.
I think that's more because of the time difference. Because when I'm home,
that's a fact.
Yeah, right. I think it's more of that.
So have you found the Kagoj Phool page?
Yes. I'll just sing a bit of it. It's a very different kind of a song. Yeah. So this is from the album Priyam Toke, which is very, very close to my heart. কাগজে যা ছিল লেখা সব শূন্যে হাত বাড়ায়, নারাজে যা ছিল রাখা সব বাড়ছে আশকারায়, কাগজে যা ছিল লেখা সব শূন্যে হাত বাড়ায়, নারাজে যা ছিল রাখা সব বাড়ছে আশকারায়, যত কান্না মিছে আলোয় ভিজে ডাকছে আকাশ চল, শুধু কাকরে বাজি স্বপ্ন সাজি সব কাগজ ফুলের দল, যত কান্না মিছে আলোয় ভিজে ডাকছে আকাশ চল, শুধু কাকরে বাজি স্বপ্ন সাজি সব কাগজ ফুলের দল, না বলা যা ছিল কথা সব থাক তোলাই থাক, না পাওয়া যা ছিল ব্যথা সব পাক সকাল পাক, কত ধুলোর বাজি মাত করেছি যদি একটু আশার পাই, সব নীলের দেশে যাক নিমেষে ধূসর আলো গায়ে, কত ধুলোর বাজি মাত করেছি যদি একটু আশার পাই, সব নীলের দেশে যাক নিমেষে ধূসর আলো গায়ে।
Beautiful, Irene. That was really lovely. I had not heard this song, or maybe I had heard and forgotten, but it really took back to a different trip. And I thank the ones who have requested for this, and we could hear Irene perform the non-musical version of Kagoj Phool. Lovely. Irene, tell us.
I have received multiple requests. I have received multiple requests for Kagoj.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so happy for that. I mean, I'm sure Shomik is also, I think Shomik is also watching. He said he will try to watch. I think he will also be very happy because this song is very special. Yes, I thought so too.
Irene, you have also sung for some films, Bengali films, and if you can just tell us about it, what has been your film singing experience?
I think quite a few songs in the films have been Rabindra Sangeets, Tagore songs. So of course, but however, if it's for a film, you really need to keep in mind what is the backdrop of the song. So what actually is being shown. So that was a big learning experience for me. So I started off, I think I had previously done a few originals for a few TV serials, and then it was my chance to do a few songs in these movies. And as I said, Tagore song, although I have been singing Tagore songs from God knows when, I mean, when I was a child. But of course, if it's a movie, then of course the expressions and the intonations are a bit different. And of course, the songs are not a very conventional Tagore. How we are used to listening to Tagore songs, so they're a bit more modern in sound. So that was also very exciting. But then, of course, I did other originals also for a few other like playbacks in a few other movies. And of course, if it's an original, then you have a lot of place to express yourself if it's an original song and new music. So yeah, it was very enjoyable. And I think, as I mentioned, like if you're just reading a song and then someone is telling you that, okay, this is what is being shown, and then you have to form an image in your head, because you really cannot see it always, right? In front of you, maybe the scene is not even there yet, been done yet. So then you really have to use your imagination to think of how it should be or how it will be best. And then of course you have to be open to a lot of feedback from other people who know the scene book best, because of course you don't know the entire story always. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So then it's very nice to have a lot of feedback from the director, the music directors, who can guide you through it. So it was a big learning experience for me.
And you sing in multi languages also. You sing in Hindi also. You sing in English.
Now I am starting a bit, because here I am starting to jam with a Dutch band, which is very exciting and interesting for me. So these are Dutch boys, and they are very excited that I'm an Indian. So what we are doing is I'm trying to pick up, because Dutch people have a lot of Dutch music, but they're also into a lot of English music. More into English music, the young crowd, I would say. At least that's my impression till now. So they are trying to pick up English songs, and so I am obviously trying to pick up these English songs, which is quite difficult for me, I would say, because it's a completely different way of throwing your voice. But interestingly, they also want to pick up our kind of songs. So I'm not sure if they're watching, but I think at least a few of them said they would join today for this show. So then they are picking up a few Hindi songs. I'm picking up a few English songs, or like trying to pick up. And our next agenda is to try to do a Tagore song together. So this is something very interesting happening in my life right now.
Lovely, lovely. This is, how cross-cultural mix of music happens, and you cross all barriers. Fantastic.
Yes,
Language
absolutely.
is not a barrier. Distance is not a barrier. It is where minds meet, hearts meet to make fantastic music. Lovely, Irene. It was great talking to you. Now over to Shormishta. I'm sure there will be a lot of questions which need to be answered by Irene. And well, not difficult as my questions were, but I'm sure they will be straight from the heart. Fans are watching you. Remarks are coming. Beautiful, wonderful, amazing.
Oh,
Those are the
so
remarks
sweet.
which I can see. So over to
Yeah.
Shormishta for the question and answer session. Shormishta, please.
You are watching Takes and Talks.
Yes, you are watching Takes and Talks, and today we have with us the very lively, the very beautiful, the very sweet, and the very evergreen Irene with us. So, time for viewers' question and answer round. Are you ready? Don't worry, it's not a rapid fire round.
I'm excited and nervous at the same time.
No, you've got some very interesting questions.
Okay.
So, let's not waste time and get to the questions.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a couple of, both from your science and both from, and music as well.
Okay.
So, you are a busy scientist, Irene, and a professional singer as well, a homemaker. So, how do you manage everything?
I have to be honest, I'm not that much into homemaking.
Okay.
But the thing is, here, if you are staying abroad, you would know that anyways you have to do everything on your own. There's no
Right.
one to help
True.
you, right?
True.
But I think I have seen it in my family. In my family, my parents are also very, very busy scientists. But then my mother is also a singer, as I keep on saying. And like my father, my uncle, like we all, like my uncle also stays with me. So I've always seen them doing a lot of work. So my father keeps on saying that there are 24 hours in a day. That's a long time if you think about it. So maybe I've grown up in an environment where I have seen people working a lot. So then I think that also inspires you to become like that when you grow up. But I have to admit that it's not easy. Sometimes it gets a bit messy. You have to manage time. You have to, of course, give up a lot of other things. I mean, especially when I was in college, like or university, like my friends were going out, I couldn't, because I had to give time to my music apart from my studies.
True.
Even now, when we are here, or when I was in Norway, many things I couldn't do because I had to give time to my studies as or my research as well as my music. So yes, it does demand a lot of sacrifice, but I have a real passion for it, so I cannot give it up. I cannot do without it. And yes, somehow you manage, I think. Of course, you need a lot of support from your family, which I have always
That's
received
true.
from my parents and my husband. I mean, it could have been the other way around, me supporting my husband and he doing it. Like, it's not about husband, wife or husband, but in general, you should have a supportive family to be able to do multiple things, which I'm very lucky about. So yeah, I think I try to manage.
You are blessed. You are blessed, right?
I really feel that. I keep on saying this.
That's great. That's great. So, I mean, moving on to the next question. Let me just display it. So, I mean, as Mr. Ganguly was discussing during the question answer session, like there is a science in every musical note. So, can you please highlight that?
Yeah, so music is basically nothing but a science because it's physics basically. So harmonies, frequencies, sound waves. I mean, when we were growing up, we read about sound waves and what is noise versus what is music. And
Music.
then there's a rhythm to that, a pattern to that. The more pattern it has, the more musical it will be. So I think, very simply put, it's definitely physics, sound waves, and of course, whenever it's science, it has a I don't know if it has maths like that technically, but I can say that when we are singing in a certain structure, right? So we have a rhythm to the songs, and it's divided
Right.
into certain phrases or breaks. It
Phrases.
can be
True.
the tal, what we say
Tal.
talam or tal, exactly. So there are different kinds of tals, and it can be 4/4, it can be 2/2, it can be 3/3, 6 beats, 14 beats, 3/4. So it's a mixture of all that. So I think yes, music is definitely, the background of music is definitely science, physics.
Definitely. And I don't think, I mean, it's not only physics, it has got so many things into that, so many elements of science, right?
Yeah, so it's very tough to define music, I think. I mean, in Gito Bitan, we
Yeah.
had a definition of what is music, but I think we cannot define music.
We
It's very
cannot
hard
define
to,
music. Yeah, yeah.
it's
Very
very
true.
hard to
Very true.
define.
It's
Yes.
really hard to define music.
Hmm.
And that's what it said, na vidya sangita dupara.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Irene, just tell us that you keep so busy. You are a very busy scientist, a researcher, working on such a tough subject. So, and as a side by side, you are a professional, singer. So, I'm sure, or I mean, there's a question from one of the question from our viewers, like. I'm sure your life has stress. Everybody undergoes stress some way or the other. So, how do you handle stress? Because
Um,
you are in such a field where you have to put your best everywhere in your research, as far as so far the music is concerned, there also you have to put your best. So I'm sure you handle stress in an excellent way. We would like to know that mantra from you.
Music has never given me any stress. It's in fact my stress buster. But yes,
Mhm.
I agree that if you want to do multiple things in a day, it can be stressful, especially
That's
when
what
I'm
I'm saying.
here. Yeah, especially here, as I said, you have to do everything on your own. Even if you're not feeling well,
True.
you have to get up and make your own tea, make your own
Mhm.
coffee, get your own medicine, even if you're sick. So we don't have household help like we do in India. Here.
Mhm.
So yes, it is stressful. But as I said, music, like doing music is always a huge inspiration or motivation for me. So like after a big day of work, I might return home very tired, and then if I start practicing or if I am doing some project, it really takes away my stress or, like, tiredness. So that has always worked for me. And nowadays, I think Netflix is a stress buster, honestly speaking. So these online, series, I mean, it really does help. After like a very, very big day, you just come and sit on your sofa and you just have a cold drink in your hand or something, and then you just watch Netflix. I think honestly, that has been a very big stress buster for me recently.
So, our viewers would like to know about your daily schedule. I mean, we're talking about the time management. How do you manage so many things? So,
Oh, as I
I'm sure
think,
you have a particular schedule for everything, right? I mean, you have to have. Otherwise, you cannot manage so many things. And that also when you're staying at a place where you have to do so many things on your own.
I would say that it is quite tough, as I'm going on saying multiple times. So it's not easy at all. So basically, my day starts by waking up around 8 o'clock, 8:15 in the morning. And then I have to commute to my office, which is quite far. So Amsterdam is around 30 minutes in car from here. But I'm still not driving on the highway yet because I'm a bit scared of it. So then I spend almost 1 hour, 15, 20 minutes in my commute from home to office. So then I reach
Okay.
office, and then, yeah, so that's a bit tough for me now. Then at the office, we are there for 7, 8 hours and doing experiments and reading new papers coming out and like meetings, how it is in office, and then again back home. So I most of the weekdays, a large part of my day is spent in going and then in office and then coming back. So by the time I'm back, it's quite late. So when I come back, every day I don't have a fixed schedule. So some days I want to keep for my rivas or practicing music. Then some days we also need to do household work, so like maybe cooking or cleaning the house. And then some days me and my husband, we are going to the gym. I like to swim. In fact, swimming is a big stress buster for me as well. So we go to this health club near our
That's why
place.
you look so young.
So swimming is also, as I say, something which I'm trying to make it a bit more, especially with the pandemic. We are talking about mental health, but I think physical health is also
True.
very important. And in
Exactly.
India,
Both
yeah,
are interrelated.
exactly. So absolutely. So if you are depressed, if you go to the gym and you work out, you feel happy again. So I think that's also something which we Indians should keep in mind, that don't just sit at home, just go out and do something, even if it's running or jogging, whatever. So yeah, so I try to revive the evenings, some days swimming, some days music, some days cooking and household work. And weekends are of course a bit different. So we also try, especially in the summer, we are trying to go to different countries nearby to visit different places. But still, and also if I have some music collaborations or projects happening, then of course those things, be it the music, the singing part, or be it the video part, that of course I'm trying to do on the weekends. And also communicating, because a lot of my collaborators, musician friends are in India. The person who does my video, Otonu, these days, the main person doing my video and handling my page, is in India. So we spend quite a lot of time on the weekends trying to speak, to know what can be done well. So he's also a person who I should have mentioned before, Otonu. He's a big time supporting me throughout my music endeavors as well. Yeah, so that's how my daily life is, more or less.
A very typical day, right?
Yes.
I'm talking about a very normal day. I mean, of course, extraordinary days are there where you have to work for extra hours. I'm sure you manage those hours equally well.
Well, one thing is that in Europe, the work-life balance is very nice. So after work hours,
true, yeah.
yes, that helps. That helps.
So, Irene, you are working on a very difficult subject. So, what made you choose a difficult subject like cancer, immunotherapy, and autoimmune diseases? What inspired you to take up a subject like that?
The thing is, again, I keep on going back to my family. It might sound a bit silly, but this is the truth. I mean, my mother is a cancer biologist. My uncle who stays with us is a cancer biologist. So I have been in an environment of science and music throughout my whole life. And I have always had a passion for music and biology. So I loved studying biology as a subject. So I always knew that these are the two things that I will pursue in my life. And I made sure that I could do that. So I think it has always been with me. So it was a very natural choice for me to become a biologist. And then from biology, of course, when I was looking for opportunities, a lot of research is being done in cancer. That is a practical side of it also. So then when you start applying for PhD positions or job positions, then of course a lot of these positions come up to you, which are in cancer, immunotherapy, in the field of cancer, sometimes in autoimmune diseases. So then, of course, anyways, if you want to work on it, then you have the opportunity to do it. So I think it has been like that. It has been a natural choice for me.
Okay, okay. So, just extending this question a bit,
Mhm.
what are do you have any plans to come back to India and continue research for your country?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think every day now, because I've now been abroad for about a bit more than 4 years. But already I've started. I always miss India because I love India and I love Kolkata. And so now every day I'm thinking, when should we go back? I mean, of course, you never know where life takes you, right? I mean, we cannot really
True.
comment from before. I mean, life is crazy, but I have every what would I, how should I put it? I mean, every cell of my body wants to go back to India, if I can put it like that.
In terms of biology, every cell of your body. That shows you really love biology. You want
That's why I said this. I mean, my cells and my neurons, they keep on thinking. When I can go back, so yes, I feel that it's also our duty to go back
Mhm.
and then do something for the country. I hope that I will get that chance. It's also about getting that chance to go back and to be able to serve the people of our country. So yes,
Mhm.
I hope and pray that I can go back sometime soon.
I'm sure India will be lucky to have you, a
I
talented
will
young
be
scientist.
lucky. I will be lucky to be able to go back.
Well, Irene, moving on to the next question. Now it's a bit of music. The question is on music. So you have shared a lot about your stage performances, your band experiences. So what has been, I mean, your most memorable stage performance? Would like to know about that.
That is very tough to say. I
Okay.
don't have an answer for that. I mean, if anyone asks me what is my favorite song, I never have an answer for that. And if anyone asks me what is my best, I mean, I've never been asked this question before, I have to admit, but it's very, very tough to say this because I have had so many amazing experiences on stage. I mean, of course, also like a lot of learning, but a lot of excitement. And I have performed in so many places in different countries.
Mhm.
Um, uh,
Okay,
I
let
think.
me make this question a bit easier for you. Three memorable stage performances. I think that will
Well,
that will
one
help
thing.
you to decide.
Okay. I think my most enjoyable stage performances were with my bands. I was, of course, always
Okay.
singing as a solo artist also before, from when I was like
Hmm.
in college or like, yeah, around that time. But some of the best stage performances in general, I have to say, have been definitely with my bands. One performance that I mean, in many of these performances, people would come up, and then when we go down, they ask for autographs, and kids would come up, and young teenagers would come up. So I think I really, really cannot say which one, but one incident I can tell you is when I moved to Bergen in Norway, and they were having this Diwali show in Norway, and that was my
Hmm.
first time that I was performing in Bergen. And of course, if you're out of your country, you miss your country, you miss the festivities of your country.
True.
And I was a bit apprehensive, like these are people who they were like most of the people in Bergen are in Bergen for many, many years. So I didn't know how they would receive me. I didn't have my band with me. It was music made. In fact, the music was made by Shamik, who gave me the tracks to sing. And I am not good
Mhm.
at singing on tracks. I was quite nervous. But the moment I started, I could feel the vibe going up. And then by the end of the night, everyone was like dancing their hearts out. And then young
Okay.
kids
Great.
came up and started asking, ma'am, will you teach us? I mean, kids who were born and brought up in
Mhm.
Norway, they are coming up on stage dancing with me and asking if I will teach them music. I think that was a very, very big revelation on my part, how much it means to me.
So you're taking music classes, right? You're teaching music.
Not now currently. I in India I was taking music class. I was giving music
Hmm.
lessons. In Norway also I was giving music lessons,
Music
but not
classes.
here.
Right.
I haven't started yet.
Hmm.
Like I feel like I'm too busy now for it. But
Hmm.
definitely I would like to start once I'm a bit more settled here with everything.
Okay. Okay. So for how long have you been living in Netherlands?
Netherlands, I have moved here last November in 2020. I finished my
Okay. Okay.
PhD
Not
in
even a
November.
year.
No,
Not even
no.
a
So I
year.
finished my PhD in November last year from Norway, and
Mm-hmm.
then I shifted in November.
To Netherlands.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So the last question from the viewers question answer section. Where does Irene see herself 5 years from now?
It feels like a job interview now. This is what they ask.
But I think it's a very apt question, very relevant question. I mean, like, since you're into so many things, I'm sure, like, you make room for everything and you have a definite goal. So I think it's very natural for the viewers to ask you this question.
Well, I think
Though
I will
sounds a bit like interview question.
yes, I think I'll give you the same answer that I gave my employer currently, where I worked there. Honestly. Well, I honestly speaking, I have learned in life that nothing works according to plan. There have been
That's true.
incidents in my life in which I really have learned it the hard way. So I don't like making plans anymore. I just try to
Mhm.
follow my heart. I try to be good at what I'm doing. I try to give my best at what I'm doing,
Mhm.
and that's it. So frankly, I
So,
don't have a concrete plan. I will just go on doing what I do and what I want to do and try to give my best. But one thing, if you ask me, in 5 years, I hope that I have a chance to go back to India, which is something that
that's
really is
great.
something that I want to do. But apart from that, you never know where life takes you and what happens. So really, I don't have a proper
Mm.
plan. I'm sorry if I disappointed you, but that's my answer.
So you believe in the theory of going with the flow.
It's not exactly going with the flow. Sometimes if you, because I've always wanted to be a bit different. I never wanted to be a part
Mhm.
of the flow. I never wanted a mundane life for myself. So I've
Mhm.
always wanted to do something different. So I don't know if it's exactly putting it like going with the flow, but I think it's more like going with life, where life takes you.
Going
And
with life. True.
yes,
True.
exactly,
Going with
because
life.
life takes you to strange places, good
Right.
and
Right.
bad, but good,
Mhm.
mostly good. Yes,
You should be ready to accept that.
yes, exactly. I feel that. I feel that.
So very nice, Irene. Very nicely, you have answered all the questions with
Thank
equal
you.
elan. So with this,
Thank you.
we have come to the end of the viewers' question answer session.
Oh, I'm
So
happy
and
now.
thank you, viewers, for the questions.
I feel
So,
relieved.
oh really? I thought you were enjoying the questions.
Yes, I actually was. It was really nice. Thank you, everyone, for these lovely questions. It was really nice interacting with all of you. I cannot see everyone's name from here, but I know that many people have
Mhm.
joined. I can see some of the names. So thank you so, so much for being with us today.
And thank you for your candid answers.
Thank you. My
So
pleasure.
Mr. Ganguly is waiting backstage. Let me add him. Yes, Mr. Ganguly. Please unmute yourself. Kindly unmute yourself.
Yeah. Irene seems to be quite a mystery woman, as I can understand. So I have a few mystery questions for Irene. Like audience now, let us get into a mystery mode.
More
Irene
questions.
has
Okay.
passed in the corporate interview, as I could see, like 5 years from now on, what are your plans and all that. Now tell me, Irene, now these will be, straight away answers, maybe one-liners or one word. What part of your personality, if you're given a chance, you would like to change? One word or a one-liner?
My personality. My trust in people, I would say. I trust people unnecessarily, and I've been really hurt by that a few times in my life. So I really hope I can stop trusting so easily.
Oh God, this was a different kind of an answer. Anyway, okay. So
Honest answer.
Irene's greatest fear in life. Fear.
Oh, that is easy. Yeah, I'm really scared of being alone. I mean, that's something which really scares me. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know exactly why this happens to me, but it's a real fear in me. I sometimes have nightmares that I'm left alone when I'm old and no one is there to take care of me and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the answer.
Okay. Which part of household chores you hate to do?
Uh, I, I hate most of the household chores. Um, I think cleaning the toilet would be that. I try to delegate that to my husband most often.
I understand. I understand.
Yes.
Very, very
Now that
intelligent.
I have him,
Smart.
I can make him do that.
Good, good, good. You and your husband are quite foodies. While rehearsing for this, I could understand. And you said like both of you cook. But who cooks better?
Oh, that's tough to say. My husband cooks mostly like Chinese, Italian, like a more Western kind of dishes. And I never knew that I could cook, but it seems like I can cook really well. I'm really also surprised. But that's mostly Bengali home dishes. So I think we are both quite good. I can proudly say that now.
Great. So the visitors coming to Netherlands, being with you and your husband, I'm sure they will be in for good meals. Fantastic.
I'm sorry,
You
but anyone coming to my house, the first criteria is he or she has to cook. We are not cooking.
Oh, is it? Oh God, then I'm never going. I'm never going then. I don't know how to cook. Irene, tell us, you have had quite a big innings. You started very young. So, what has been your mantra towards musical continuity? You know, you have been performing in so many stages, shows, music videos, collabs, films, and a lot of genre. You know, your genre is a big umbrella of different kinds of music. So,
Hmm.
how have you kept this continuity alive?
I think my love for music is what makes me do this. I mean, that's what I can honestly say. It has always been that this is an urge that I feel from inside. It's tough to explain this in words, but it's just something that comes from within. Even if I want, I cannot stop doing it. So no matter how my life is, how tough it is, how stressed I am with work, or no matter what is happening in my life, I have to make time for music. Otherwise, I'll go insane. So it's just my love for it, I guess.
Lovely. The love and passion for music is what
Yes,
has kept you continuously in the
I think
search
so.
for excellence in music. Fantastic. Irene, you are sipping something. As you said, like in Netherlands, everything is permissible. So what are you sipping?
No, this is plain water. I'm sorry to
Good,
disappoint
good,
you.
good. Now tell us, you know, after a very difficult and a tough day, you had a fight with your team in the laboratories. What is your chill and thrill quotient? How would you like to chill out after a very tough and difficult day?
I think what I really love about Europe, I mean, apart from music, of course, that is different, but I really love that there are these very quirky small cafes everywhere. These small pubs, these small cafes, beautiful cafes actually. And you can just go there and just get a drink or get a coffee or something and sit there for hours. So definitely it might be that if I have a tough day, as you're saying, I can just go out and like in every corner there is some beautiful cafe. So I can just sit with or a beer or a Coke or a cup of coffee and just have read a book. I mean, that would be really lovely.
Excellent. If you asked that one quality which a performer must have, what would that be? One particular quality.
Personally, I know that many people would give a lot of different answers, but personally, I feel honesty towards the art is the most important thing that a performer should have. Everything else you can develop by training or by practice, but if you don't have that honesty in your soul, it doesn't work out.
And you really are an embodiment of honesty, Irene. I must say, honest towards
Thank you.
science,
Thank you.
honest towards your music, honest towards your friends, honest to collaborate, honest to overcome all barriers. Fantastic. It was lovely talking to you. Now, you know, we would like to end with you have a very famous Durga Puja song, which really, again, you know, like uh, uh, took us to all the hearts beating together. So, if we can just hear a part of that Durga Puja song. Durga Puja is just, you know, knocking on the doors for people in
Yes,
India. Yes. So that
absolutely.
maybe one snippet from the Durga Puja song, which became so popular. Yes,
Thank you so
Irene.
much for your kind words again. Yes, I will sing a part of it. This was a collaboration again. Obhik Ganguly, he did the music, and me and one of my students in Norway, Vidhi, we were like doing the song in Bergen, and then two of my students from Kolkata, Shreyanjana and Tista, they did the song in Kolkata. So it was this was also in fact a very nice collaboration that we did. A very popular
Lovely.
song. So just singing a bit of it. দুর্গে দুর্গে দুর্গতি নাশিনী মহিষাসুর মর্দিনী জয় মা দুর্গে 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 দুর্গতি নাশিনী মহিষাসুর মর্দিনী জয় মা দুর্গে দেবী দুর্গে জগত জননী দেবী দুর্গে জগত জননী তুমি মা মঙ্গলকারিণী দুর্গে দুর্গে দুর্গতি নাশিনী মহিষাসুর মর্দিনী জয় মা দুর্গে
Lovely. That was really fantastic. Such an honest rendition. But we would like to, you know, see the video also, which was appreciated by everyone. Shormishta, if we can have a playback of the video. Thanks, Irene. It was lovely. I'm touched by your honesty. So Kolkata sends a lot of love, lot of, you know,
Thank
like
you.
fantastic feelings from Kolkata onto Irene. See you later.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
The pleasure was entirely mine. Thank you so much. Take care.
Yeah, on to Shormishta. Yeah.
मधुकैटभविध्वंसी वेधात्री वरदे नमः रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि महिषासुरनिर्नाशी भक्तानां सुखदे नमः रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि दुर्गे दुर्गोते नाशिनी महिषासुरमर्दिनी जय मा दुर्गे 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 दुर्गोते नाशिनी महिषासुरमर्दिनी जय मा दुर्गे देवी दुर्गे जगत जननी देवी दुर्गे जगत जननी तुमी मा मंगलकारिणी दुर्गे दुर्गोते नाशिनी महिषासुरमर्दिनी जय मा दुर्गे 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 दुर्गोते नाशिनी महिषासुरमर्दिनी जय मा दुर्गे
So that was really wonderful. খুব ভালো লাগলো শুনে। মহালয়া এখানেই চলে এলো।
তাই মনে হচ্ছে। Thank you so much for sharing this song.
And wish you Puja, Durga Puja in advance.
Thank you. তোমাদের সকলকেও।
So Irene, thank you so much for being our guest today, and you have really been very lovely and lively at the same time.
The pleasure was entirely mine. Thank you for having me and listening to my blabberings for so long. So thank you so much.
It was not blabbering at all. So we wish you all the success in your future endeavors. যা করো সফল হও, খুব এগিয়ে যাও, দেশের জন্য আরো কাজে আসো, and like if you come back to India, I mean India will really be privileged. We need people like you.
Thank you. The pleasure will be absolutely mine. পুরোটাই আমার পাওনা হবে।
Thank you once again. So before we end, so dear viewers, as I always say, Takes and Talks is your very own platform. So if you have any such inspiring story to share, please do not forget to share with us. For details, please take a quick look at the next video. Thank you.